Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
boys and girls,
Yes.
whether you are listening in Africa, the United States of America, Canada,
the
This-
United Kingdom.
is the Ryan Show FM. And this is a special presentation produced by the legendary Erick Sermon of EPMD. We sit here in Def Squad Studios for a special 2-part episode. That's right, too much going on for one episode.
But who's with us right now? Everybody knows me. I'm Hamptons Dave. Everybody gets to hear my voice, but you don't get to hear this guy's voice a lot. And while my favorite part about coming over here and doing this at Def Squad is just hearing the music that my man puts down in the back, I just take a couple trips every time we're here and just go sit down on the couch and just vibe out. Because my man's a legend. Google him. We got Rockwilder in here right now with us.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Rockwilder, ladies and gentlemen.
In the building.
We have been lucky enough to do a spin-off series with
Yes.
Rockwilder
Yes.
here at Def Squad lately.
Yes. In Charleston.
But I hear good things.
Charleston.
Good things about Atlanta.
Charleston.
Rock, you're a guy that tells lots of stories, but that's
Yeah.
not what we're going to press you for
Yes.
today. We're not here to press you for your
You see,
stories.
Ryan turns into the media the second you get on
That's
here,
right.
He turns into Vlad.
Yep.
Oh, no.
R
hey,
Vlad. He
no,
turns
please.
into R Vlad.
No, we're not. I am not the Vlad of Def Squad. Come on.
That is so whack.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
There can only be
one.
And we're not here to
Luckily,
coax
there's
anything
only
out of you.
one.
Yeah. There
Yeah.
can only be one.
No, we're
That's
just
it.
chilling. We got the God. Google his work. If you don't understand what he's done, we always like there's a saying. Google
Gitchy,
him.
gitchy, yeah. Come on, we all know some of the hits.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
more than
yeah,
just hip hop.
Yeah, it's more than just
More
hip
than
hop.
just hip hop. And wait,
It's a
Rock,
lot of
I hear
crazy.
that you're also the DJ for Missy Elliott, right?
Yeah, Miss
Wow.
Elliott. Mm-hmm.
See, that's something that not everybody knows. I didn't know that until I started coming to Def Squad Studios.
Yeah.
We all know about the hits.
I'm a DJ for Missy Elliott since 2002.
So there's
I've been blessed to be a part of the stage with such a wonderful artist, a wonderful person, wonderful sister, big sister, love her to death. Big shout out to the whole squad team, Missy, CEO, the rest of the gang. Too much to name because there's so many dancers. Big shout out to all the gang.
the
Big shout.
crowds. The way she controls the crowd in her show. So the shows that you've done, the crowds that you've seen and rocked with, has to be crazy.
Missy is definitely an experience on stage, as well as being a DJ. I get to experience some of the best stages that I've never would have witnessed. No disrespect to any artist, but this girl is really the truth.
Dance
And she-
teams?
Huh?
Like dance teams that come out and
Dance,
join her?
like, we have a lot of dancers. Big shout to Blair, big shout to Comfort. You know what I'm saying? The other crew. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. It's a beautiful experience, man. We've been to Singapore. We've been to Korea. We've been to
North or south?
North. I think North Korea. I think North or South Korea, one of them.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I don't even think it was Korea. I think it was something else. But I think we was but we did Poland, Edinburgh, Scotland, where I thought I was gonna live, because the love was just like amazing.
much.
Yo, it was so much love, man. It was just like, I was like, if I didn't start my life here, I would have lived in Edinburgh, Scotland. And been carried up and down the street,
Really?
because they love you out there like that.
Hip
They
hop?
love you so much.
They love all
They
that.
love all that stuff, man.
Oh, who
They
would have
love
thought?
everything.
Shout out
Yeah,
to our
who
friends
would've-
over
Yeah.
in Scotland.
We gotta
Yeah.
hit up somebody in Scotland. They probably got a radio show that they'd like to hear us.
A station out there.
Yeah.
But man, I got to say, Rock, you've worked with my favorite MC of all time. Growing up, Redman.
Oh
was
yeah,
always my
Redman,
favorite.
my big brother.
And you've produced some of my favorite songs of
Yeah.
all time. Actually, I'd say "I'll Be That." I know it's one of his more popular songs, but "I'll Be That" is
Yeah.
like one of my favorite songs of all time. Still,
I'll
to
Be
this
That
day,
is your favorite?
I love that song, man.
Wow, that's crazy. I'll Be That.
I
Wow,
can't
that's
tell you
dope.
how many times I've rocked out to that song.
I'll Be That was actually, the beat was for somebody else named Jay from Queens. He hates when I tell his story, because then he has to hear from his friends, damn, that beat was yours? So, I'm actually putting him back. I'm actually putting him in a bad place right now if he's looking at this interview. But
Sorry, Jay.
sorry, Jay. But the track, he wanted a track.
At least it was for Redman though. Like at least the beat went to somebody that's of the level of Redman.
Well, I didn't even think Red was going to take it. I thought it was just a beat, but Red loved it. And if you hear the dialing of the phone, it's because I did the track for Jay, and it was called Phone Sex.
Oh.
And that's why you hear the dialing in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you hear.
And they kept that in there. Classic.
Red didn't know that the beat was for Jay. He just thought I was being inventive.
clever.
Being clever, you know what I'm saying? But the song ended up really doing good. I think the video did a lot for it too.
Yeah.
And
Great video too. Yeah.
yeah, it's a
The
great
cereal.
video. And Red was kind of like in this transition period, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the Scullys and the snot nose and the sweatpants and all of that stuff. It was him being, another thing from Muddy Waters, because Muddy Waters is when he really made the transition.
Yeah.
And and it just started going in an amazing place from there. He had the mascot and all that stuff. So it was crazy. It was crazy. He came into us. Yeah.
And it's more than just hip hop, like we discussed. There was Lady Marmalade. I mean,
Yes.
that's huge.
Yeah, that's
still.
huge.
I looked recently, and it was something like how many hits has it accumulated now on YouTube? Something insane. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
while
you
I'm
have to.
sitting
Yeah,
here,
you
'cause
have to
that's-
look it up because
it's
I
some
don't even
absurd
know.
number.
I don't even know.
I think it might be the biggest number connected with our team here at Def Squad. I mean, easily.
Oh, of course, it's the biggest number.
it's-
Yeah.
It's the biggest
Still-
number because it was attached to a movie. It had the 4
Yeah.
girls in it. It had
It had you.
It had
284 million views.
284 million
284 million views.
Yeah, we get
And that's
checks.
just the video.
Yeah.
Then there's one here attached to it, 7.4. And I think it was based off an original song too.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was
yeah.
that successful.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? I had the experience of Patti LaBelle performing the song, and then when the song was over, she was like, "Missy Elliott and Rockwilder, you guys are geniuses." She would say it. People would call me and tell me. So this is amazing. I didn't know. No, ain't gonna front. When I saw the girls come in, I was in the studio with Richie, one of the twins, and Richie looked at me and said, "Yo, this joint is gonna be huge." And I used to get high all the time back then, and I was just rolling weed, just looking at him like, "You think so?" He said, "Rock, this is gonna be huge." He whispered it to me. And Richie, if Richie say it's gonna be huge, it's going to be huge.
And this was did you already know who was going to be on the track before you
Not
made
until
it?
they walked in. It was kind of like a thing where Missy was getting tons of work. She still does, but at that moment, like when she was doing Lady Marmalade, it was so much work. And it was kind of like amongst her many other calls for work. So you don't know that it's going to do it then. But then, Jimmy Iovine was a part of it. Baz Luhrmann, if I say his name correctly, was a part of it. Ron Fair and everybody. And when you saw Christina come in, you're like, okay. Little Kim, you're like Maya, you're like Pink.
That's like as big as it gets.
Okay,
Huge.
And then you produced the song, and me and Missy and Ron did the song, and and next thing you know, I saw that, like, it was just like at that moment I had never had that experience before, but at the same time I was watching something happen from where it was just like amazing. And I just knew that from there. But I didn't know it was going to be a Grammy for vocal collaboration. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to accept myself as a Grammy Award-winning artist because I felt like it was another award. Yeah. But they were just like, Rockwilder, they wouldn't have no track over the vocals if there wasn't no track. So you're considered a Grammy Award winner
I'd
as
say
well.
that
you know what I'm saying?
Earns a Grammy, I'd say.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but it was just an amazing thing. And to still kind of watch it when it comes on and you hear it, people driving down the block or you go in the store and you hear it. And that's my music. You know what I'm saying? That's like
timeless.
Yeah, like
I don't know if there is another song since then that had as many artists as Big on one song at the time where it was a score for a movie.
Yes.
I don't think there's ever been anything like
Yes. Like Jimmy Iovine's put his hand on my shoulder. I don't know if he remembers this, but he was just shook his head and he was just like, if you don't do another damn track in your life, this track made you just now. This track made you.
And that's
like,
Jimmy Iovine.
That's Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it kind of made, after we won the Grammy and everything, and then, we had the party. I remember going uptown. I remember going up to Mulholland Drive and sitting off on the mountain and smoking a blunt because I was always getting high.
That's it. The pinnacle.
And I was just like, yo, like, I don't have to do nothing else. I of course you do, but it's just like, you reach the ceiling. You reach that pinnacle. You reach that part. It's always more to do. Yeah. But I feel like that particular feat was like, come on, Rock.
I mean, that's where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there? You know what I'm saying? So and when people ask me and they say, Rock, is there anything that you would love to work on and stuff? I'm like, I work with everybody I need to work with. I'm good.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? I'm really complete. I'm just working. But as far as the dream, like the way that thing emerged, the way I was able to live out that dream, to Lady Marmalade, like who would have thought?
What's it?
Rockwilder, baby, like
Yeah.
That's it. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And which leads you here to 2019.
Yes.
Ready to perhaps
40
produce Hamptons Dave's, what do you call gentlemen's
That's it.
Marmalade over here. No, things are big. And that must be a pretty cool thing now that you get to kind of sit. I wouldn't say relax. You're still working constantly. I mean, look, today we're sitting here amongst, who do we have coming?
How many
on the show
tracks did
today,
we do in the last 24 hours? We did like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 10 tracks. Staying in the studio.
Yeah.
I've been in the
That's it.
studio since man. I've been in the studio. I don't know which other way to live. My family, my kids. You know what I'm saying? My family.
And it's not just you in the studio. It's you and Eric. I mean, did you ever see
B-Dub,
yourself
King.
working with Erick Sermon on a day-to-day basis like this?
No. It's been a year in, and I would have never thought. We've done things together. We've done great music together. I was a part of some great
The
albums
Joint.
with him, The Joint, all that stuff and everything. But to actually be in like a warehouse
house.
setting,
Yeah.
and me and him is in the room becoming like this Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis of hip hop right now. And Ty Fife, let's not
Yes,
forget.
and
Yeah, can't forget
Ty
Ty Fife.
Fife is in here. We got the little pups up in here. Sickness, Check. You know what I'm saying? We
Sickness,
Boogeyman.
you can tell
You know what I'm
he's been
saying?
hanging with you. I'll tell you. I hear Sickness playing
Yeah.
some beats, and it's like, oh, he's starting to.
No, yeah, Sickness. But
And
Sickness came in here
Yeah.
like that. Sickness is crazy. Sickness is crazy.
It's
Then
nice.
the artists we got up in here, like, you know, I know what these facilities do. These facilities make monsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what's happening.
And
and
it was
then
good
what?
to see how excited you were with Petey in the studio.
Petey
You
Crack,
said if somebody
right?
wants
Petey
to put this
Crack.
time in, you see what he's getting.
Petey Crack, unbelievable. Rockefeller's own.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We had Petey Crack up in here. Like, come on, man. Like, you know, and and we got Rockness Monster coming on Monday.
That's the one on Monday.
We about to finally do the Rock and Rock album, and then Prince Paul will be here, like, you know, and
That
then the
Rock
duo
and
album's
Rock.
being done. Verneuille is happening with Erick Sermon.
It's just to think of all these great creators here, and
Yeah.
it's not just music, Rock. We were
Yeah.
sitting here earlier. It was us three, Eric, and it was, I think it was last week, and we were
Mm-hmm.
just discussing on how we're going to keep building over here at Squad Streaming. And you were talking about putting storyboards up.
Yes.
And just you have the mind of a creator,
The movie.
someone
Yes.
that's able to see something and put it into existence, not just talk about it, but come up with the formula.
I feel like this. I read a lot of books. Like, my career has been a career where I dreamed, right? I dreamed my whole career. I said, I wish I could work with that. But then kind of like with music, if you go upstairs and kind of design your mind to say, all right, I want to work with Janet Jackson, and then you do music for Janet Jackson, you don't know how you're going to meet her.
Yeah.
You're just doing it. You just got that feeling, you know what I'm saying? You know, and next thing you know, Janet Jackson called. Like, that's been my life. That's been my whole life. Oh, I wish I did a song. I wish I'd do a song with Beyonce. Beyonce's walking down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Like, just my life has been like that. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z,
Like, you know.
you've done it.
But but when you read books, like when I got later on in my life, and you know, I was in a low point in my life because I had everything, but I wasn't mentally, like I wasn't mentally secure. I started reading books, and the books kind of teach you that you are being very creative when you think, and that in your genius of what you know to think, me doing music, because I felt comfortable with music, I became as much as I created. You know what I'm saying? And a very successful creator because you know, you're thinking and you're using the genius of music, which you know to do, and you're becoming. You start focusing on the positive spiritual part of your creativity, right? And then you see all your accomplishments of creativity, but the creativity doesn't actually stop in just music and art. Like Jay-Z said, we're all geniuses. There's no sought-out person. You know what I'm saying? We're all geniuses. We just have to tap into what we do. Now, the thing with me is, if I'm in a building blessed by the Funk Lord himself, and I'm here and I'm in the same space as space that's used to make movies, space that's used to create broadcast, space that's used to create other ideas, artists. Why not even take a chance to see?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what we can do, because all the people that have become the successful geniuses of our time took a leap of faith into something that they probably never thought they would have did, and just received that harvest because they took a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like the buildings that are blessed to have us in here, videographers,
Everything.
producers, podcasts. We have E here. We have you come in, E. It's like we have all of these different types of openings of people. Why not expand? Why not expand? Why not expand past the wall? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Bruce Lee said, I never swung at the person's face. I swung at the wall.
Yeah.
You
Past
know what I'm saying? Yeah, you swung past it. Why can't we think past what we think? If these books is telling us there's a part of our brain that we are not using, the power of now, the seed of the soul, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all these different type of books that you can read. Why not take a chance and take your brain to the next level? I don't know how to do movies, but I saw a great movie. I know how to say, let's do a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, Stud gonna lock in, Real Views gonna lock in, we all gonna lock in. And then next thing you know, we might make a great movie. we know how to watch the movie we got and watch the movie somebody else got and say, okay, we're not like that yet, but we could, you know?
We could get there.
Next thing you know, we're all in the stage on Suits at the Oscar Awards. Why did we ever thought that we was gonna make a movie? No, we didn't think, but we took a chance.
And you did it.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant didn't think he'd be winning. And was it an Oscar he won or something?
Yeah.
You just got to do it. Like you said, when you start creating something, it's easier to take that energy, carry it over, take that same leap of faith.
Yes, because it's
another
not
realm.
actually that you're so creative in one thing and you're retarded in another.
Yeah.
It's the fact that this is where I was comfortable with music. You know what I'm saying? I was comfortable with it. Yeah, I was just comfortable, but I could hear music good. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like so skilled on playing piano, but I know how to hear music because at that age I was growing up, great music was happening. And then I got addicted to great music.
Do you play any instruments?
I play the keyboard only to mimic. I don't play the keyboard to say that I'm Liberace.
Yeah.
But I play the keyboard to mimic. And then you have beat machines that kind of can, with sampling and music production and all these different types of things that you can do with this hardware now, you can become. So you got to get the mind, because you got some dudes that got all this equipment and stuff and can't do nothing.
Can't do anything.
And you know what's funny? I was doing tracks, right? I was doing tracks and this piano player was there. And I was playing chords. And I was playing the chords totally wrong. But it was because I got a keyboard when I was little and I just learned how to play the chord that way. The guy came to me, he said, I don't like what you're doing, but I like what you're doing. He said, because in theory, you're not supposed to hold your hands like that. He said, you're holding your hands, putting two inversions together. He said, it's kind of genius because you're creating your own chord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It won't be the chord that creates what music theory is, so you might have to add those two extra keys, but you're creating your own chord. You know
See,
what I'm
like,
saying?
and it's crazy you're saying all this, but you don't have like classical training or anything like that.
But I listen. I love classical music.
There's so many layers to your beats too. It's not like all of your. It's like a symphony.
Yeah.
It's written like a symphony.
Yeah.
So it just
This
surprises
is a
me
piano
that,
player right here.
Yeah. You play piano?
Yeah.
I play a bunch of different
Why you
instruments.
say
man.
that,
He
dude?
plays
Why you
it-
say that, Ryan?
He's
Yeah,
plays instruments his whole
I
life.
keep it
Writes
on the
music.
DL, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
But
see
that's
how
but I
now
can't
see
make
how
beats like that,
Now
now
right?
see how
But
he's
that's-
a genius in that.
Yep.
But say
I
I put him in
wouldn't
the
say that.
say I put him in the
I'm
back
no
room right now.
Liberace.
Say I put you in the back room now and I got a Christina Aguilera track to do and you just end up playing the chords. Who played the chords? Ryan that does podcasts.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you and Hampton Dave is, you know what I'm saying?
Doing a sing along.
Yeah.
back
You know
then.
what I'm saying? You know, so it's crazy.
I always got
Yeah.
bars if you got a beat for me.
Yeah.
He's not kidding. That's
I
the
just
next
need
guy
the
we gotta get
beat.
on the studio session.
Yeah.
Hamptons Dave.
Yeah.
So Rock. Also, one thing I always wanted to. What is the first track you ever produced?
The first track I ever produced, I was 6 years old, and I was laying on my bed, and I said to myself, I wanted to hum my own music, like the crates of records that was in the crate, and I went in front of. I was in my bed, and I remember getting out the bed and going in front of the front stoop, and I hummed my own album.
Your own album?
Yeah. I was
How
just
many
like-
tracks are
I
on
was
the
like,
album?
How'd the streaming go?
Huh? How the streaming go? None.
Yeah.
No, it's streamed in my brain forever. But I always say this too. If I would have had the equipment I got now and I was 6, 7 years old, you probably would have heard the same beats. And you would have heard hip hop. You would have just heard everything. I was used to look at the Facts of Life and make a new beat out of Facts of Life. I used to look at a different strokes and be like, different strokes through the world. I used to do stuff like that because they would have break beats back then. So I was thinking break beats of any songs, you know what I'm saying? You know.
So you say you're a classical music fan. Were you a classical music fan when you were younger, growing up?
Yeah, because we listened to everything. Everything was fascinating. Beethoven was fascinating. Bach was fascinating.
It's all that
A lot of
stuff.
people don't know that If I Get Locked Up Tonight is actually something I took off Tom and Jerry, just like it was like Tom and Jerry was dancing one day, and I didn't play it actually like Tom and Jerry, but I took that.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was like one of the parts
And when
where
you're doing the Congo?
yeah.
Tom's dressed up in that-
Yeah. So it was like
I know exactly what you
So here I am on the keyboard like
So you didn't sample that. That's
Nah,
literally.
that's me playing.
That's great.
And the intro too is me playing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know? But
Crazy.
that's me thinking about Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny and you know, Sylvester when he's going to get Tweety.
Have you ever done any cartoons, any scores for any cartoons or
Nah,
anything
I
like
didn't
that?
score for no cartoon. But I just score, but I didn't do it for a cartoon. I wish to one
Well,
day.
they write cartoons a lot based on the actual score. So I would love
Yeah.
to see one of our Death Squad cartoonists
Oh,
do
God.
some like Merry Melody type thing to some of your beats. That's something.
Death Squad.
We'll put that in the works. A new spin-off.
And all you saw was Fred Quimby. You remember that name? Every cartoon you saw Fred Quimby.
Fred Quimby.
Fred Quimby. You saw that on every cartoon. FredQuimby.
Yep.
Fred Quimby. Mary
Opposed to, take your notes, folks. We are sitting here with Rockwilder, and we told him this would be a 2-minute interview. See that?
Yep.
Here we
Yeah.
are, all this time later.
Yeah, man.
You guys
yeah.
got a gem out of this interview, though. And
Yeah.
Rock, where can they find you on Instagram?
They can find me on Instagram, Rockwilder Music, and they can find me on. Well, the Facebook is kind of personal. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like my
You gotta grow
family
to that
reunion.
level.
That's like my family
They gotta
reunion.
get to that level.
You know, isn't Facebook amazing? Like
Yeah.
you can talk to family members that you know you will never see probably on certain walks of life, and you
Yep.
talk to them.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing.
Other countries. I've got people in Italy.
Yeah.
I had no idea they're my family. Apparently, they're hitting me up now.
Well, that's what
They
happens.
see us in
Wow.
That's what
pictures
happens
with.
when you get famous.
Yeah. They see me in pictures with Hamptons Dave. They start asking for money.
That's it.
They asking you for money on Facebook.
Yeah.
You should tell them to put their money on Facebook and make more money, and then
Yes.
you don't even. The Facebook will pay Ryan's part of the share.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
Invest. Well, Rock, it's been good having you, and I'm sure we'll have you back again soon. We've got a great night ahead.
Finally,
Finally, this is actually our first.
I thought that
one of
you
our
had to
first
pass
guests
a
that-
certain class
when
to
we were
be
in
a.
New York. Remember, you came on Stone Creek.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the second.
Second.
But in here
Yep.
the first.
But yeah, this.
First on
In here
FM.
the first.
First time
I
on
feel like
FM.
I feel like Hove behind this mic because I've been the you know I never had a chance to study. What happened? I never got a chance to do interviews. Like,
Stud.
damn.
Da-da. Shout out Hostage Media, folks. This is the
Hostage
Ryan
Media.
Show FM, and we are worldwide, baby.
Worldwide.
Let's go.
Let's go.